Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be playing City Skylines, which is my favorite game, to be honest. I don't know, there's just something so calming about, building your own city and stuff. That, and also I've kind of run out of ideas. That's why last week I only posted one video. I just wanted to do another GTA video, and while that was still fresh in my mind. When I started this channel last month, I just wanted to play like a lot of multiplayer games, but it came to my attention that a lot of the games that I play, main one being Marvel Rivals, I kind of suck at. So but I'll still be playing them on stream and stuff. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll probably be streaming either tonight as of recording this when it's Monday, or tomorrow, which if it's your today when you're watching this, Tuesday. Join if you want. Don't join. I don't care either way. I'm aware that there's a sequel to this game, but I'm also aware that it sucks. So I'm not gonna play it. Maybe someday I'll play it. But this one's just better in every way. There's way more content. There's way more mods. So it just makes sense to do this. Also, they did just release a new DLC for this game, which is supposed to be like out of date. So, all right. So where do we want to go? This is always the toughest part about creating a city. See, I like going to places that have beaches though, because I like making like nice, like almost Miami Beach type cities, or like vibes like roads over here on the beach. So this would be nice. The only issue is there are natural disasters in this game, and I've had a scenario before where I build a city on the beach and it does really good, but then a tsunami just comes and sweeps it all away, and I've had that happen pretty frequently. So I also like more of a mountainous tropical place. All right, I'm gonna end up doing the Rosalind Peninsula, because I think it looks pretty good. It's got some mountains. It's got an ocean. And it's got beaches, and it's got everything else. So I'm assuming it's gonna set us onto a peninsula. Also the theme is tropical, which is my favorite theme in the game. Just because I don't know, I don't really want my city looking like European or whatever. The city name is Santa Palma. I'm just gonna keep it that for now. I might change it later. Um, and it has every outside connection, which is fucking sick. So let's get started. All right, so here we are in the Rosalind Peninsula, I think is what it was called. Um, is it actually a peninsula? Yep, there's land connected up here. Awesome. I don't know if we'll ever expand out there, but we'll see. And this is Chirper, which is like Twitter. All right, so first, how we have to start this off is this is like a highway connecting to, well, it connects everything to the city. So this is how people are actually gonna move in. At least for now, until we unlock highways, we could actually place highways down, which is usually what I'll do. Is I'll just have this as like a connection of sorts, and we can buy this part and whatever fucking part. But for right now, we only have like a regular road. So yeah. All right, now how I usually like to add, this front part of the city in a way, at least going forward, is I like to build roundabouts. Now I suck at building good-looking roundabouts. But I have this tool, the roundabout builder, which basically just does it for me. All right, there we go. I figured it out. I don't know why it wasn't allowing me to just place it, but I figured it out. It looks a little bit more ovally and not really what I want, but it works. Once we get highways, this entire part I'll probably just break. But roundabouts in this game really seem to work, especially if this is going to be the starting point of the city. It definitely works. You definitely want to have, a good roundabout. How the fuck do I? Okay, there we go. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a medium road, and this is going to be kind of like the main street of the city. You're not going to let me. You're not going to let me place anything, are you? There. Nope. You're going to be a little fucking dick about it. Okay. All right, so I ended up scrapping the roundabout because it was just being a pain in the ass, and it wasn't allowing me to build where I wanted to build. So I ended up just making like a cross street. Although I tried to fix it using the moving mod. For whatever reason in this game, whenever you create like you can't create really good like square or like triangles like this, because for whatever reason when you do it, instead of having it like a V shape like one might want it to be, like kind of how it is right now, it defaults to it like one of the roads are gonna have a curve for some reason. I don't know why it does that. I tried. I have a bunch of mods. One of them is the Move It mod. I tried to kind of move it around with the Move It mod, but I, it still doesn't look the way I wanted it. But it looks fine for now. I don't know why it. I mean, I guess it's. I don't know. I don't know why it gives you the highway to start with. That's how all the maps are. There's nothing really you could change about that, but oh well, it is what it is. We just got to get the city up off its feet first. I only have $60,000 though, so I gotta figure out how to do this. All right, so I'm gonna start this off as I mean, just like everything else, I usually just do blocks for houses. So I'll have this main street with commercial buildings, and then I'll have these tinier little blocks with residential. How we do this is we just put residential, or sorry, not residential, commercial, which are basically like shops and stuff. We put these on you know, the main streets of these roads. So like here, basically the main streets of the town, and this is just going forward as well. Just the main streets of the town where everyone's gonna be coming in, and you know it's gonna be busy anyway. Uh, so just like this. And then for the residential, we just put them all on these blocks, I guess. And I guess it might be a smart idea to connect these up too, just so that way people people have different ways to get their houses because traffic is kind of a bitch sometimes in this game. Uh, I'll put some residential. No, I'll put commercial there. All right, here we go. We got our first houses showing up here. Um, they're around this little corner right here. And then we should have our shops here soon too. Yeah, here are shops right here. Now this is kind of a slow burner type of game. Like it does take a while to progress, simply because it's based on demand. Usually it's not all up like this. I don't know why it's up, but it works to my advantage for right now. That'll eventually go down, and I'm gonna have to wait for it to go up. This is basically just the demand for certain, um, residential, commercial, and industrial. Oh shit! I forgot to hook this place up with water and electric, didn't I? Yep, I did indeed do that. Okay, so for water, all we really need is just a water main, and we could probably put that right there. Hook that up to the city, or I guess town. It's not really a city right now. And then we'll give it a wind turbine, and we'll give over here a wind turbine too. All right, now I can see that there is industrial that we need to put down. So how I usually do that, unfortunately, industrial does kind of suck in this game that like you need it. But that's just the way it is. Shops need to get their goods and stuff somewhere else, and it's better to have it's better to have it like imported locally, like in town, than imported, somewhere else in the world. So how I usually do that is I just make a separate road, say, out here, and then we can make some industrial buildings, just like that. And also, while we're out here, and because this place is going to stink anyway, what we could do is we have an inland water treatment plant, which is basically where the sewage is going to go. There's two different methods of doing sewage in this game. This method is actually fairly new, but you could either drain it, but that kind of pollutes the river and the water, and we don't really want that, mainly because we don't want our beaches to get dirty, right? So how you fix that is you have an inland water treatment plant, which basically is just like, instead of sending the sewage water out, it just soaks up into the groundwater and makes it dirty. But this area is gonna be dirty anyway because of the industrial. So it doesn't really matter. It's kind of just an add-in to a problem. There's nothing really you can do about it. And this is on a hill, it seems. Alright, so all this works for now. Again, we're just trying to get the city up off the ground, which it seems to be doing pretty well. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, here we go. Do we have anything else that we can do right now? Nope, we're just waiting. We're in the red, which isn't good, but that'll go up eventually. I should also make note, I have all the DLCs in this game. It wasn't cheap, but I really like this game. So, I'm going to buy all the DLCs. Especially if, even 3 years after they quote unquote discontinued the game, they still decide to make DLCs for it. So, RIP City Skylines 2. All right, here down here, as you can see, we have now started to make income. The weekly income of $410, which isn't bad. We definitely want to have a better weekly income for a city, but as we get bigger, that'll most likely go up, hopefully. But right now we're small anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference whether we have a small weekly income or a big weekly income, as long as we're having a weekly income. Oh, and we've just unlocked our first achievement here. So this is basically kind of like the levels of the game. Whenever you keep leveling up, you unlock new things. So like in this case, we're a little hamlet now. So and they rank up based on population. Um, so we just unlocked Little Hamlet. So we have taxes. We can take out loans. We have garbage. We have education now and healthcare. So we can put down a medical clinic or an elementary school. And then we have landfill sites, recycling centers, plastic surgery centers. All right, so schools are good for a city because they allow you to progress on to college. Obviously, we don't unlock college till later, but college is really good for people who actually want to progress their career and make money. No offense to no one who goes to school, but education is good to have, especially if you're trying to make a big city, because the better doctors and lawyers and all these other people that you have, the more money they make, and then the more money you'll make, and then it's just beneficial for all, really. So we'll put an elementary school. I don't actually know. Put it right here on the main street. We also need a clinic. We should have enough money for a clinic too, right? Yeah, we have enough money for a clinic. How much is a clinic? $10,000. Yeah, we'll put it. We'll put that on the main street too. Now we also need garbage, which I'm not a big fan of. I think garbage, the way garbage is handled in this game, kind of sucks because the main way to make it is these landfill sites. They're just the main way. They have a capacity. However, they also have a capacity limit, which means that once it's full, and you have to empty out everything, and you can't really move them afterwards. So, like, this is my industrial area right now, but let's say perchance I want to move my industrial area to, I don't know, over here, or anywhere on this map. I can't really do that uh, until my landfill site is full. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait to get a recycling center because not only is it better for the environment, but also it's just better for me. It's gonna make it easier for me whenever I want to move this industrial area, which is probably inevitable. I'd rather not keep it in this area forever because I want this to be a big part of the city, right? Um, However, we don't have enough money, so I'm probably gonna end up waiting. They're not complaining about trash right now, so it should be fine, but trash definitely will pile up. Alright, so as you can see, it's night here in town in Santa Palma. Still not sure about that name, but right now it works. It's nighttime, and this is a nice little neighborhood we got going so far. So it's pretty good, pretty good. I can see that people want to live here, which is a good thing. So we should probably expand because there's a high density or high demand for residential zones. So let's plonk down a couple houses, shall we? So again, how I like to do this is I usually do just like to do blocks, because again they just work. At least as far as I know. Again, I'm not the smartest when it comes to this game. There's definitely some stuff that I don't know what I'm doing, but hopefully there's gonna be kind of a warning. I hope to have this a pretty long series, if a series at all. What type of road is this? This is a 4-lane road. Why don't I make this? I mean, I guess it works, but why did I make that such a big road? All right, there's also a demand for industrial. So what we'll do is, because you don't really want industrial to be, next. I mean, I guess these are commercial areas, so they don't really care as long as they get their sales. But because you don't want this to be really close to the town, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another road right here, and just put another industrial area over here. That's pretty simple, actually. Alright, so I can see we have our first person, complaining about the garbage. What I can do is I technically don't have enough money right now. Oh, we're making almost $1,800 a week. That's pretty good. But still, it's not enough. So what I can end up doing is, as much as I don't like doing it in real life and in a game, I can take out a loan. So that way, so now I have 26K, and I can put down that garbage place that I want, the recycling center. Now, while it does cause pollution, it doesn't cause as much pollution as this does. This has a 100% pollution rate, and this only has a 25, so I could put this a little bit closer to town without having to worry. It's still gonna pollute, but it's not gonna be as much. And I'll go ahead and put it in the middle here because I don't plan on anything being here. So there we go. That's gonna end up going out and picking up all the trash. Now as our city gets bigger, there's a bunch of different like incineration plants and stuff. There's also some mods I downloaded to kind of help with it. I think these are actually the mods right here. Simple landfill. Um, I'm not sure how exactly these work. Like I'm not sure if this, you know, I'm not sure if this works the same way as the garbage does. I assume it would, but again, I'm not quite sure because again, these are mods, and they're not really a lot of them aren't really the most descriptive. What is this? Brutalist garbage incinerator. Interesting. Okay, so we have a really big demand for residential. People just really want to live here, which is a good thing, which is definitely good. So we're just gonna expand. Right, so we've unlocked our second achievement here, a worthy village. We've unlocked, you know, all the stuff that I just said, as well as unique buildings. What unique buildings did I unlock? Chirpex launch site. Is this? I have not reached a population of 36,000. Is that just like in general, I guess, you think? I think it is in general, because a lot of these are, a lot of these aren't right now. Because I definitely don't have 3,600 people in my village right now. Could I actually... I think I could maybe actually put that down right now. So I technically could put this launch site down. I don't really see a point. It's kind of a little bit too big for that and probably too loud as a launch site. We also have Lady Liberty here. A bunch of other stuff, but Oriental Pearl Tower. Oh, this is a thing from like Shanghai, right? So, how are we doing on everything? Are we doing good on electricity and water? Traffic is looking good, except for this little intersection here. But that's only just because of the this industrial part. Ore, I don't need to know where ore is. Not right now, anyway. How's crime doing? Crime's not bad. I still do probably need to put down a firehouse and everything. Noise pollution, it's okay. No, the only thing noise pollution concerns are these people, but the most noise is coming from the industrial, which makes sense. That's why you don't want to have it next to a city as well. There's just a lot of annoyances with industrial in general, but again, there's nothing really you can do because you need industrial in a city. You just need it. I don't know why this makes noise. It's a wind turbine. I guess metal clanking makes noises. Also, I can see a lot of these big trucks make noise, but oh well. Outside connections, yeah. So this is what I was talking about, where you know, a lot of these vehicles. Holy crap, that's a lot of vehicles actually. A lot of vehicles come from the outside, and this is really the only way to get into the city, which will definitely cause a problem eventually. Pollution, again, this is really the only polluted way. Is just right here. Citizen health, everything's doing fine. These guys up here seem to be not happy. These, oh yeah, these guys aren't happy. Sorry, sorry guys. But everyone else is happy, so you guys can, if you don't like it, you could just fuck off and leave. I don't really care. What's 3 citizens gonna be? Garbage is kind of shit right now, literally. But it seems to be fine. I don't see anyone complaining about it. Schooling is good. I don't know why all of this is red, because it seems like it's probably because, you know, I don't have any high schools or whatever, but that's not my problem right now. Electricity, everything's good, and water and sewage is good too, which is perfect. So what we can do is we can continue expanding. Now I don't want to expand all the way down here just yet, because I want this part to be kind of like high residential and skyscrapers and everything, so we're going to start expanding this way now. So what I'm going to end up doing is, I'm going to make this right here a main street. And how I'm going to do that is, I'm just going to upgrade. Yeah, some people might lose their houses, but that's fine, simply because we need more houses anyway. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Okay, it's fine right now because I have the game paused, but just, I screwed up here too. Alright, it's fine right now because I have the game paused, but I just don't want to lose too much money doing this. So I finished building this little area right here. What I ended up doing is I just deleted all these houses. These houses are probably get deleted. Again, that's fine. Those people are just going to end up moving out. But we'll eventually get those people back anyway. And what I did was I moved all this to be commercial zone because it's going to be another main street. And usually you want your commercial areas to be on main streets. However, we don't really have that much of a demand for it right now, so it's kind of pointless actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, um, but people will move in eventually. It's better to have this done now before I forget about it and then just forget everything that I'm doing. That would suck. Alright, so kind of looking around the area here, there are actually some pretty nice places around here. You got these nice mountains. There seems to be some sort of like mini thunderstorm going on right now, but just ignore that. That doesn't really seem to be affecting anyone. What I had my eye on was here. This could be like a cool natural reserve right here. This little mountain. Well, you can barely see it now because it's nighttime, and also it's still pretty rainy. But look at this. There's also a little creek flowing down from it too. This would be such a nice area to have like a natural reserve. So I might do that in a bit. We'll see. What is this? Is this water or these rocks? I think these are rocks. All right, let's see what some of the people in this game are saying. The long arm of law reaches the city. I feel safer already. I am the law. Charles Wilson. You know you are unpopular when your imaginary friends won't even play with you anymore. That's that's that one's actually just kind of sad. My little princess was trapped up in a tree for. Okay, can I read these? The mighty monorail would be my choice of vehicle if I could choose any vehicle in the world. Hashtag monorails. We don't have public transport yet, girl, so calm your titties. My little princess was trapped up in a tree for 3 hours before the fire department showed up to save her majesty, save the cats, funny cats. I know I don't have a firehouse yet. I just spent money on a police station. Give me a break. Dexter Hancock, picnic time. Let's all gather at the corner park tomorrow at noon. Picnics are the best. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna probably put a park or like a natural reserve up here. Um, we could also have another park up over here or something. This looks like a cool place for a park. Alright, so we have unlocked Tiny Town now. Reach a population of 1,400. After that, we got a Boom Town and then Busy Town. But basically what this gives us is parks. That's essentially all that I can really see on this one is parks. Which are good. Parks are a really nice thing. Well, actually, I guess before we put down parks, we should probably put down a firehouse. All right, there we go. The city is now protected from fires. At least most fires, hopefully. All right, so now let's look into some of the parks. So, we'll put down the small park right here, right in the middle. I don't want people to leave though already. Here, I'll put it right here because no one's living there. Well, geez, for a small park, it covers an entire block. Okay, here, we'll put down a small playground right here. That's a little bit less ambiguous. Here, we'll put it right here on this corner. But still, one is not enough. Ooh, a Japanese garden. That sounds cool. We'll put down a Japanese garden here on this block. Perfect, perfect. Let's see if we can put any more up here. Or something else up here in this side of town. Ooh, this would be cool to have something in between two areas. I think that would be pretty cool. We actually maybe put that down. Where should we put that down? We'll put it down somewhere on this main street. How about right here? I think that'd be cool, an entrance to this area. Oh yeah, look how sick that looks, bro. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's kind of cute actually. It looks a little bit like it's not really supposed to be there. But hey, it works and it looks cool. And it creates shade too, so people can sit here and, do whatever. When these shops eventually arrive. Alright, so we also unlocked a high school, which we don't have yet. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money, so I'm probably going to have to take from a loan again. But we definitely do need a high school, so it'll get back to us, the money will. It's good to have a high school, and, there's a lot of people that are eligible to go to high school now. Because they have completed elementary school. Which, how are we looking at elementary school? Okay, capacity is still good. It's still in the green, so we still got enough. Now people should be good to go to high school. Yep, there you go. 1,000 people could be at a high school. Nice. Was that a nuke? Alright, we seem to be running out of electricity here. Let me see what that's at. Yeah, consumption's at 50 megawatts, and our production is only at 56, so even if we technically do have enough, this area is still, it's not pumping out quick enough. So we're gonna have to use another coal power plant. I guess I could put another one of these up, but these are you know, they produce more than this. How much do these produce? 0 to 8 megawatts. Can you shut up? 0 to 8 megawatts and 40. Yeah, this one dominates that. And plus, this is based on where the wind is. This is just consistent output. Put it. I don't want to put it right here because this is. No, that's too close to the city. I'll put it right here. Something will plop back there. And there we go. Now our production is at 95. So we got a good couple of levels before, you know, we have to get more. All right, well that's it for this first video of City Skylines. Like I said, I was just kind of running out of ideas. That's why I only made like one video last week, was because I didn't know. Oh, that's that's gonna be annoying. We're gonna have to fix that in the next episode. I'm sorry I didn't catch that sooner, but last week I just, the only thing I wanted to do was the GTA video. That was the only thing I had in mind to do. Mainly because the other videos did semi well. But this week I'll try to upload a little bit more. I'll have this one. I'll probably make a second video of this week, and then another GTA video, as well as a live stream either tonight or tomorrow night, whenever that might be. Whenever I get this video out, I'll do a live stream. But for right now, this is what my city looks like of Santa Palma. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.